Big Polly's World of Sports Sims presents the GSW Match of the Week. And this week we have Jim Londos, who just regained the Heavyweight Championship of the World, facing Big Van Vader in the Los Angeles circuit, week 3 of year number 4. And hello, everybody. Big Polly coming to you, recording this January 10, 2021. So, if you missed it last week, the King's reign was not long as Jim Londos became the quickest man in GSW history to regain the heavyweight championship 2 weeks after losing it to John Pezic, who retired, and Jerry Lawler won the tournament to find the interim champion, for lack of a better term. Lawler faced Londos, who had lost the title, and regained the title. So it's Jim Londos going on the road and facing Big Van Vader in Los Angeles. Vader had a countout win over a technical win. I don't remember. I believe it was a countout win over Jim Londos in Londos' first reign, and now Londos is in his second reign. So hopefully we'll get the situation resolved between these two men in this episode. So that takes us to the undercard of what happened in Los Angeles. So far, we had Iron Mike DiBiase debuting against Negro Casas, and Casas won with clean pin 315 with a flying punch. So DiBiase goes into the free agent pool, and after every 4 weeks, everybody who is pinned cleanly goes into a pool for redistribution to the territories. Giant Haystacks over Ricky Steamboat, 1736 with the Haystack Splash. Hector Garza over Scott Hall. No, actually, I have that the wrong way around. It was Scott Hall. Hey, yo. Over Hector Garza. Hall winning by pin, so Garza will go into the free agent pool. Barry Windham over Dick the Bruiser by DQ in 21 minutes. Dick the Bruiser had a fit of rage and shoved the referee down. The Outsiders over JYD and Tommy Rich. Tommy Rich and JYD were filling in for Dos Caras and Mil Mascaras, as Dos was hurt in a match in Houston earlier in the week. And it was Junkyard Dog getting injured for 12 weeks when the Outsiders worked over the big man. Sting and Edge. Sting won by DQ 1952 when Giant Haystacks ran into the bout. So that sets up Haystacks and Sting in 4 weeks of game time, that is. Let's show you the roll call of champions. It has not changed other than what took place last week that you saw Jim Londos, the world champ. All the other champs remaining the same. And I have that wrong. I have the date wrong, so let me fix that. If I make errors, I like to fix them on the fly. There we go, week 3, year 4. And that is where we are at this very moment. So Jim Londos defending the heavyweight championship of the world against Big Van Vader 1 week after winning it. So if Londos was to lose the title tonight, he would break Lawler's record for the shortest reigning heavyweight champion. I've already done the move machinations, and we will go to action here. Jim Londos the favorite with his 202 rating against Vader's 134. Though Vader is a big guy, has pretty good stamina, but he is no match for Londos in that regard. Londos is an 85-4, and stamina-wise, Vader is 67-5, which means when he loses at 67 points, his stamina is lowered by 5. It gets him closer to getting pinned, whereas Londos, you got to get 85 points to get him to lose 4 points. So we'll start this match. An illegal throat chop by Londos reduces Vader's stamina by 5, so that's the first reduction of the match. Legal hair pull by London, which is kind of interesting because Vader doesn't have a lot of hair. So he loses 5 more points. It's 0 for Londos and -9 for Vader. A legal neck hold by Londos. So Londos keeping control. 3 straight holds. Especially move leg lock. And that was one of those holds that Londos liked to use all the time. Illegal choking by Vader. Vader gets his first move in of the match. Illegal punches by Londos. Vader loses 6 points. Illegal whip to the ropes, countered. Illegal choking by Vader, loss of 7 points to Londos, so it's now minus 14 to minus 20. Possible DQ stopped. Illegal turnbuckle move by Vader, and that does not get us any closer to conclusion. Illegal punches by Vader, and now Vader ahead on stamina. Legal whip to the ropes by Vader. Illegal throw by Vader. Small chance of a pin, but he doesn't get it. Submission move. You're not going to get Londos on a submission. Legal power move by the big man. Nothing there. Of course, Vader's real name, Leon White, was a college football star before moving into the wrestling game. Power move by Vader. Suplex attempt by Vader. That's Vader's really only shot. If he could hold this bout to about 20 minutes or less and put a lot of damage on Londos, he could win. And there's the suplex, and that's 11 more points off of Londos. Vader is now dominating, 25 off of his stamina, 68 off for Londos. Londos just came back with illegal punches. We're 7 minutes into the bout. Legal leg hold by Londos. Kick by Londos. Barely above the belt line. An auto control loss. Vader, wrestler who is not wrestling in the territory, comes out in the crowd and attacks Big Man Vader. Following the attack, Vader, the wrestler, leaves the building. Now, who could it be? Vader is busted open. Vader busted open. So he loses 23. I didn't get a good look at the wrestler who attacked Vader. He was wearing a mask. Submission move. Londos turns the table and counters the move. So Vader now cut. So Londos could catch up. In fact, that wound up being a big move. In fact, Vader is now behind on stamina. Submission, and you're not going to get him. Out of control loss, a legal throw by Vader. And we're looking at the replay of the attack and wondering who it might have been. Well, we'll just have to look at that a little bit more. Body slam by Big Van Vader. That was countered. Strategy card used and countered. Specially moved leg lock. Good night now. Big Van Vader is pinned. So he goes on the road and probably will get a shot at whoever it was who attacked him. We're looking at the replays now, and it looks like Jerry the King Lawler was the man who assaulted Vader out of the blue. Lawler was hoping to get a shot at Vader, filling up the champion's duties, but that was not to be. So Lawler has kind of helped Londos out. Maybe Lawler wanted Londos to stay champion so he could get a rematch with him. And at the end of every month, we do a GSW All-Stars card, and that could be a possible match. That will be finalized later on this week. So, could have a Lawler-Londos rematch for the championship for you next week. But tonight, Londos has pushed past Big Van Vader at the time of 12:04. And he will move on. Pick up 4 points. Even as a champion, you pick up points, rankings points. And he will move on and live to fight another week. It was 77 points off of Londos, 113 with a 23-point cut for Vader. And the rating of the match was 3.5, 3.5 stars. See if anything happened. Nope, nothing happened after the match. So there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed today's match. We'll give you the main event of GSW All-Stars, the monthly. We'll do every fourth week. And week 4, week 8, week 12, and so forth. We do an All-Stars card where we put all the champions together for a card of matches. And we'll be doing that next week. We don't know who Londos' opponent is, but it could be the King, because the King just lost the title last week to Londos, so we should have these two face each other again. This has been Big Paulie coming to you, wishing you well, Godspeed, and God bless. We'll do it all again soon, and bye bye for now, everybody.